Hey friends, welcome to today's workout. Today we are going to do a HIIT workout, starting with a dynamic warm-up to get the blood flowing and the limbs moving. Then we're going to get into exercises in sets of 3 that we're going to do each 3 times. We're going to do 45 seconds on, 10 seconds off. We've got 5 groups of those, and then we're going to have that lovely cool down that you all look forward to. All right, so we're just going to start with a warm-up here. Feet shoulder width apart, and tiny little pulses sending those hips backwards. You don't even need to be going down at this point, just backwards. All right, just going to start waking up all of our joints, all of our limbs. Our heart's going to be like, oh hey, yes, I'm moving now. All right, now we're going to add in an arm raise when we come up. Get those shoulders going a little bit. While we're doing our warm-up, you want to be knowing that you're not sitting on the couch, but you don't want to be breathing so hard that you're gassing out. So make sure you're not pushing so hard that you won't be able to do the workout. All right, you're just starting to wake up all of those pieces of your body. And start to sink a little bit deeper into this squat. Oops. Breathe out while you're coming up. And 3, 2, 1. Awesome. All right, now we're going to come from a toe tap. So we're just going to come side to side with our toes. All right, so you're going to open up those hips, going from side to side. And now we're going to put our arms out and do little circles forward. All right, now we're going to reverse those circles so they're going backwards. Now we're going to do bigger circles going forwards. And bigger circles going backwards. Now full, huge, big circles. Oops. This is where you're going to feel it if you worked your shoulders real hard yesterday or the day before. This is when your shoulders are like, oh yeah, right, I did this already. Whew. And 3, 2, 1, awesome. Now we're going to bring our knees into a marching position. All right, they don't have to be coming up quite to your chest, but just a nice strong position here. Now we're going to start twisting through our sides while we step. Each of our sets of 3 exercises today has 2 strengthening exercises and one that's either low cardio or high cardio. So you'll know that every time your breath gets going, after that, you're going to have 2 exercises to get your breath back and to get your heart pumping a little closer to normal. So there's lots of time to recuperate. Let's get those steps a little faster now. Perfect. And 3, 2, 1. Great. Now we're just going to add in some heel kicks here. So just send those heels towards your glutes. Nice, strong abs while you do this. Again, you want to be feeling your breathing starting to quicken a little bit. Awesome. And just one more, we're going to come into a wide-legged stance. Come over, side to side, and flip those hands up and down. Really open up through the hips here. So many of us sit at a desk all day. It's important to make sure that we've got all of our motion before we get into it. And 3, 2, 1. Awesome. All right, let's get to it. Round 1 starts with a squatted overhead raise. So we're going to grab our weights, rest them on our shoulders, and 3, 2, 1, come down into a standard squat, up, and push those weights up to the sky. Breathe out while the weights are coming up, in while the weights are coming down. Make sure you have a strong core this whole time. Your back is up and strong. There's your natural curve in your back, but you're not swinging it forward to support the motion. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. We can put those weights down. We're going to do an elbow knee squat. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. So squat, elbow knee, squat, elbow knee. This is actually your cardio for this one. So this is when you want to start breathing hard. Feel your heart thumping a little harder. Breathe out while your elbow and knee are coming together. Fifteen more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Now we're going to come into a wide stance. We'll grab our weights again. Wide stance for a sumo squat. 3, 2, 1. Send those hips back and down and up. Back and down and up. You really want to think about squeezing your glutes at the top. So you push them towards me. And at the bottom, if you look up and away at a piece of wall, kind of like maybe 10 feet or so, then you'll make sure you're in good form and your knees are behind your toes. Breathe out while you're coming up, in while you're coming down. 3, 2, 1. Awesome, we're done round 1. Let's get into round 2 with resting those weights on our shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Come down into a standard squat, up and raise. Up and raise. While we're doing this, you still want to make sure that your knees are always behind your toes. Breathe out while the weights are coming up. If you're gassing out, stand at the top, squeeze your glutes, and just do this upper motion here. Right? If you're still finding this too much, one arm at a time. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. All right, let's get into those elbow knees. Here we go. And 3, 2, 1. Remember to breathe out while your weights are coming up, or while your knee is coming up. Sink that booty low at the bottom, far as back as you can. 20 more seconds. 10 more seconds. You're rocking this. Don't worry, after this round, we got a break from the squats. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. All right, sumo squat. Grab the weights. 3, 2, 1. Huge wide stance. Hips back. Touch the weights if you want. And then at the top, we can add a heel raise. All right? If you want to. It's gonna stretch through the bottom of your foot. Give your calf a little extra work. Breathe out while the weights are coming up. Try and keep your back nice and strong. The weights are only here to increase your body weight. So if you're gassing out, drop them. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. All right, last round of these. Squat and overhead raise. I'm leaking already. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Hips back, up, and raise. Down, down, up, and raise. Make sure to breathe out while those weights are coming up. Remember, if you're gassing out, you can even just do one arm at a time at the top of your raise. Just like so. Or do both. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's put these babies down for our elbow knee squats. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. There's lots of discussion about where to place your hands during this. The higher up your arms are, the harder you're going to work. But the main goal is to get your knee up and your elbow down. So do what works for your body. Five more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. All right. Sumo squat. Round 3. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Send those hips back, down, and up. Again, you can do that heel raise if you want. You can add in a forward raise if you'd like, a little upper body work here. Breathing out while the weights are coming up. Fifteen more seconds, and we're done our first round. 3, 2, 1. Great work, guys. Let's take a little water break. Round 2 starts with a calf raise, easy peasy. We'll grab our weights and hold up for 10 seconds today. All right, so we're gonna go up in 3, 2, 1. Up on your tiptoes, we're gonna hold this for 10. I'll let you know when to come down, and then we'll go up again. 3, 2, 1. Come down and up. This one always feels like a little bit of a break, I think. And down and up. Oh boy. And down and up. Tell you, my balance since I broke my foot is something else. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. We're going to get on our legs on a beach. So side, 1. Here we go. Send the hip up in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Up. And we're going to go up, down, in, out. Up, down, in, out. While we're doing this, you really want to think about having an open chest. All right, so your Chest is pointing straight to the sky. You want to think about breathing out while your leg is going up, because that's when your body is working the hardest. If you're gassing out, my hip is currently up in the air, and you can lay it down, and that will make it much easier on your body. Your abs won't get quite the same workout as they are with the hips up in the sky, but your side hip and your leg will still get a burner. 3, 2, 1, perfect. All right. Our cardio for this round is jumping jacks. 3, 2, 1, here we go. So you can jump these jacks just like this. You can also step these jacks like this. All right, this is a low impact variation. So if you have a sore knee, sore ankles, sore hips, this might be a better option for you. If you are able, absolutely, jump these jacks. 3, 2, 1, awesome. All right, calf raise round 2. Here we go, hold those weights. And 3, 2, 1, send those calves up. You just want to have them up in the air so your calves are flexed. And down. And up. Whew. And down. And up. And down and up. Can you start to feel the cramp yet? And 3, 2, 1. Perfect. We're going to do the up, down, and out on side 2. Here you go. On our mats, on our sides. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Up, down, in, out. Up, down, in, out. All right, nice open chest. Hips and shoulders pointing towards the sky. And at any time, remember, if you're gassing out, bring your hip onto the ground and keep your leg moving. If your arm feels super awkward on the side, you can hang it over your head like this. You can also use it for further balance like this. You just want to make sure that you don't end up hunching. You want to keep looking up towards the sky. All right, 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. All right. Calf raise round 3. 3, 2, 1. Shoulders are rolled back. Abs are braced. Glutes are tight. We're just going to hold this as long as you can this time. When you gas out, come down for a couple seconds and come back into it. Soft bend in the knees here. Don't want to have overextended legs. All right, as soon as you feel a cramp or like you're gonna fall over, go down for just a couple little seconds, come back into it. Okay, you're rocking this. Whew. It's hot in this house. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. All right, we're gonna just hold the plank for our third round of the ladies on a beach. 3, 2, 1. So just come into a standard plank if you're able. Really think about having a straight line all the way from your shoulders down to your heels. If this is too much for you, you can absolutely do this from your knees. If it's hard on your wrists, you can do a elbow plank. So that would just mean coming from your elbows rather than from your wrists. You want to think about your hands and your shoulders pushing away from the mat. I definitely forgot round 2 of jumping jacks. Good work. We're going to add those in next round. There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna do one round of jumping jacks right now, then we're gonna add one in next round. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Remember, if this is too much for you, you can step the jacks. All right, just like so. If I was in class, Brandy would have told me that I missed it. She always tells me when I miss it. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. All right. Let's take a sip of water. I know it's a little bit of a quick second early here, but we'll grab a sip of water. All right. Okay, so our first round of our second, let me say this right. Our first round of our third group of workouts, exercises, is gonna have one extra set. That was a lot of words. Okay, so we're gonna start with tricep kickbacks. So we're gonna come hinge at the hips, straight back, 3, 2, 1, up. And now just move your forearms, pushing your weight up towards your back. You want your elbows pointed up while you do this. Breathe out while those weights are going up, in while they're coming down. All right, it's kind of like your weights are a pendulum swinging back and forth slowly from your shoulders to your hips. Okay, you want to be feeling this in your tricep. Breathe out while those weights are going towards your hips. And 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Okay, now we're going to do that extra round of jumping jacks that I promised. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Nice deep breaths. If you're totally gassing out, come down to stepping jacks. All right. You can do this. You're rocking it. You got 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Let's come down onto our seat bones. Seated position for a seated bicep curl. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Up and down. Up and down. So you're going to be feeling this through your abs because of the seated position we're in. Breathe out while your weights are going up, in while your weights are going down. You're still controlling those weights while they're going down, but you're working the hardest when they're coming up. Think about a straight back, open chest, and if you can handle your heels off the ground, that's a wonderful addition. If you can't, on the ground is perfect. 3, 2, 1. Great job. Our true cardio this round is fast feet. You can hold your weights or drop them. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. All right, so you just want your feet to be going quick as they can. You might have super fast feet, you might have fast feet, you might have slow feet. What matters is that you showed up and you're doing it. All right, you're giving it your all. Your heart's probably thumping. I'm sure you can hear my heart thumping. My breath is a little rapid. Can you see the glisten from there? 20 more seconds. And we'll be done our first round. Feels long because I snuck the extra jumping jacks in. Get those feet moving as quick as they can. And 3, 2, 1. Perfect. All right, grab your weights for tricep kickback round 2. 3, 2, 1. Bend at the knees, elbows up high, out and in. You want to be looking, say 3 feet ahead of your feet at the ground. Breathing out while the weights are going up towards and past your hips. If you're gassing out, do one weight at a time. All right, so you can just let one hang while you do one and then the other. If you can handle both at the time, that's awesome. All right, now we're gonna hold them at the top and we're just gonna add some pulses in just for the last 10 seconds. This really works your triceps extra good. You've got 3 more seconds, 2, 1, beautiful. Seated bicep curl round 2. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Shoulders are rolled back. Weights are coming up and just about touching the ground. You're breathing out while those weights are coming up. Great job. You can do this. Your body is working it. I hope you weren't watching the TV because a doggy's tail just walked by. 10 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Awesome. All right. Let's get into fire feet round 2. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. This is one variation of cardio where your feet shouldn't get slower. So your cardio movement should not get slower because you're holding weights. Like jumping jacks, it's going to get slower. Skipping, it's going to get slower. But fast feet should be able to keep up the same pace because you're not using your hands for your cardio. Nice deep breaths. Ten more seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Round 3, into the hips. Here we go. And 3, 2, 1. Soft bend in the knees, elbows up. Now swing that weight as though it's a slow pendulum back and forth. Or a metronome if you have to take piano. Mm-hmm. 20 more seconds. You can do this. Let's add a clap at the top. All right, so we're going to come down, up, clap. Down, up, clap. All right, if you can handle it. If you're at the top of your game, just with the up, down, you keep going. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Bicep curl round 3. 3, 2, 1. Bring those weights up to your shoulder and down. Up and down. No. Go lay down. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. You go lay down. Go lay down. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Deep breaths out while you're coming up. Breaths in while you're coming down, but you're still controlling the motion, whether you're going up or down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Last round of fast feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Get those feet moving. I always say this is like a duck underwater. You want your shoulders your whole upper half to look like nothing really is going on. And then underneath, your duck feet are going crazy, just like a duck is under the water. I guess that's kind of obvious. You want your feet no wider than shoulder width. Otherwise, it's a little harder to get the cardio going real fast here. All right, so nice slim stance on your toes. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Let's grab a sip of water. Round 3 is finished. We're over half done. Okay, round 4, we're gonna start with a chest press. So we need our weights. We're gonna have our weights up, just like this, like we're a T. Okay, and we're gonna start this in 3, 2, 1. Push that weight out and back in. Push that weight out and in. From the front, it looks like I'm lifting them higher than my shoulders. I'm not actually, it's just because the camera is lower than my body. All right, so you want to think like you're pushing something to the back of the shelf. Maybe it's the chocolate that you're hiding on your kids. Maybe you should just put it in the soup pot. Breathe out while your weights are going out, in while your weights are coming in. If you're gassing out, you know what to do. One arm at a time. All right, if you're really feeling like this is too much, drop the weights and do the motion. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Okay, now we're gonna do a lateral raise. So we're gonna hold these weights, palms facing towards our thighs, hips. 3, 2, 1, and out and down. Soft bend in the knees. You can have your feet hip width apart or just tight zipped up. Breathe out while those weights are going up, in while they're coming down. If you're looking for a little extra with this one, you can add in a squat. So you'd want to go come up and do the squat. Come up and do the raise at the same time. All right. If this is enough for you, keep on trucking. You can do one arm at a time if you're finding this a little much. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. All right. Quick little wipe off. Now we're going to do high knees in 3, 2, 1. Arms out and knees. This is when you can really tell that I'm still recovering from a broken foot. All right, you can also just do a standard high knee of the stepping variation. And if you're totally gassing out, arms to the side, and a good march is awesome. All right, what you really want is your heart to be thumping, your blood to be pumping, and your limbs to be moving. All right, if you feel like you're gonna work up a sweat doing this, that's awesome. That's your goal here. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. All right. So now we're going to do the chest press again. And 3, 2, 1. Push that out and back in. Out and in. If you're looking for a little extra here, when you're here, bring it up, down, out, in. Up, down, out, in. All right, a little bit extra. Little twist up the tight spot. Breathing out while the weights are going out. That's when you're exerting the hardest. And remember, if you're looking for something a little less strenuous, one arm at a time. 3, 2, 1. It always interrupts me. Lateral raise, round 2. Here we go. And 3, 2, 1. Up and down. Up and down. Remember, if you want to make this more tough on yourself, You can absolutely add in a squat. If you're looking for something a little less gassing, one arm at a time. If you are doing one arm at a time, make sure that your abs are extra braced so that you're not swaying side to side like this. That's what we don't want. We want firm center body. One straight line. You're rocking this. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. High knees round 2. Here we go. And 3, 2, 1. A little extra hop that I'm adding in just gets your heart rate going a little extra, like guacamole. Remember to keep breathing. Some of the girls forget to breathe. Don't want to do that. 10 more seconds. Then we're on our last round of round 4. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Just press. Whew. Round 3. And 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Push those weights out, in, out, in. Level 1 would be out, in, down. Out, in, whoops. Out, in, out, in, down. Up, out, in, down. There we go. Level 3 would be adding your up while you're at the in. Three, 2, 1. Perfect. All right, lateral raise. Ooh, your shoulders are gonna feel this one. 3, 2, 1. Soft bend in the knees, up and down. Let's slow this down, all right? So we're gonna go up, 2, 3, down, 2, 3. Up, 2, 3, down, 2, 3. The slower that you go, the longer you have time under tension. The longer you have time under tension, the harder your muscles are working. Breathing out while your weights are coming up, in while they're coming down. All right, we're gonna hold it up at the top in the next one, and now we're just gonna do some pulses. It's like very slow wings of steel. Oh yeah, this burns. Woo. 3, 2, 1. Woo. All right, high knees, round 3. You can handle it, arms out. Mine are already tuckered. 3, 2, 1. So remember, you've got your stepping variation, okay, and you've got your hopping variation. You want to be working your hardest. As soon as we're done this, you've got a water break. All right, so give it your all. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. All right. Done round 4. Grab a little sip of water. Round 4. Here we are. We are going to get down. Round 5. I lied. Round 5. Don't worry, this is the last one. We're going to get down on the mat. Okay. We're going to start with a ladies on the beach side crunch. So get onto your side 1. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hip up, elbow to knee. Elbow to knee. You really want to think about your elbow and knee meeting above your side. You don't want to be going up like this, okay? They're not meeting at the front, they're meeting at the side. This is for your obliques, all right? So you're gonna work your side body here. You're also working your glute because it's pushing your hip up in the air. Breathe out while your elbow and knee are going towards each other, in while they're coming back up. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Okay, we're going to try some scissor feet. So we're going to take our one leg up and swap them. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Think about a long tailbone, abs pushing towards the ground. All right, so your level 1 is just having one leg up and down, second leg up and down. Your second level is to be twisting them back and forth, and your third level is to lift your shoulders up in the ground, up off the ground, and watch your feet go up in the air. All right, that's going to work your upper abs as well as your lower abs. Whew. Just like so. You're rocking this. We're on our last round. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to grab a weight for a Russian twist. So same as the seated bicep curl. 3, 2, 1. Heels off the ground if you're able. Just bring that weight from side to side. If you're finding that this is too much for you, your heels can touch the ground, just like so. You can also sit up further or lean back further if you're not feeling like it's a hard enough workout for you. Okay, your goal is to feel this deep in your abs. Okay, nice strong breaths. We got 5 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Perfect. All right, side crunch, side 2. And 3, 2, 1. Hip up to the sky. All right, and just like with the other one, that was ladies on a beach where we're doing a side plank type thing, you can bring your hip onto the ground when you gas out. And if you're feeling like this is not a big enough burn for you, you can actually make this a full side plank. So then you would come up like this, okay? But then your ankle is pushing a lot of weight up there. All of our bodies are at different levels and they're all amazing. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. All right. Let's get into those scissor feet. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. All right, think about long tailbone. If you're gassing out, you can bend those knees and that'll lower the amount of weight that your abs are trying to raise. And if you're looking for extra, lift your shoulders off the mat. You still want to make sure you're not crunching your chin to your chest. You want to have open airways here. Ten more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. All right, Russian twist. Here we go. And 3, 2, 1. Roll back those shoulders. Bring the weight side to side. Oh, my legs are tired. Okay, you can still push your shoulders back as far as you can. Even if your heels are touching the ground, you can still have open chest to the sky, leaning back, working those abs. We're rocking this. We got one more round. We're all done. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Whew. All right, we're gonna hold a plank for the ladies on the beach. Round 3, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Think about that straight line, right from your shoulders all the way down to your heels. You don't want to be tenting like this, and you don't want to be upward dogging like this. You just want to be a nice straight line. Fifteen more seconds. Three, 2, 1. Perfect. All right. Scissor feet. Round 3, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. You know all your variations. Bend those knees or lift your shoulders up off the ground. When your feet are getting close to the ground, you only want them to end up about an inch above the ground, just not quite touch the ground. 20 more seconds. You can do this. Second last exercise. Ten more seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Russian twist, last round. Ooh, those abs. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Nice open shoulders here. Bringing that weight side to side, working those abs so hard. They're so good. 20 more seconds. Then we're on to the cool down. 10 more seconds. Oh yeah. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Good job. We did it. And we didn't die. All right, let's grab a little sip of water here, and then we'll get into our cool down. Okay, we're going to start by intertwining our hands behind our backs, opening our chest up, looking towards the sky, the ceiling, the roof, the spider web, you know, whatever your house has. Your house, not my house. You can have a little sway side to side. Bring that hands over to one hip and to the other hip. All right, back. Oh, one more time. And forth. Absolutely. Perfect. Release. Now we're going to take our arm, cross it across our chest, and just hold it tenderly with our opposite hand or wrist. You want to feel this through your posterior deltoids, so the back of your shoulder, also through your bicep and tricep possibly. All right. And release, other side. And release. Perfect. Now we're going to come into a wide-legged stance. Put our hand down the leg and cross over. All right, stretch through our side. We worked our obliques a little bit today. So you just want to be feeling a lengthening stretch through this side body over here. All right, your hand might come to your thigh or your shin or your ankle, whatever works for you. And release, come up to the other side. This side's definitely a little tighter for me. That's okay. And come back up through. Now we're in a wide-legged stance, so we might as well hinge forward at the hips to a nice wide-legged forward fold. You can have your hands on the ground. Maybe you have your elbows on the ground. Whatever works for you, but the main thing that you want to be thinking about is feeling a stretch through your calves, through your hamstrings, and possibly through your lower back. You can stay static in this position, or you can sway front and back a little here. Perfect. Now let's heel toe back together. And now thinking about hinging at the hips again. We're going to come up, so curl up. There we go. Perfect. Whew. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to take one hand to one ankle, bring it too close to our glutes. Use the wall for stability if we need it. Try and get into a nice straight line. And stretch out that quad. You can push your hip forward a little bit if you'd like to deepen that stretch. You can also flex your foot down towards the ground. I was just joking about a spider web, and now there's a spider on my wall. Funny. And release. Other side. There we go. Once your knee is tucked in nice and close to your body, then you can start thinking about pushing that hip forward or flexing your foot down towards the ground. The spider fell down and now it's crawling up again. Release. Perfect. If you've got a wall nearby, we're going to come into a calf stretch. So just put your toe up against the wall and lean into it. You want to actually have your back foot straight. That back foot doesn't like to go straight very much right now. All right, so you're going to feel this through your upper calf through here. And now we're just going to bend that knee a little bit closer to the wall. And you might feel the stretch wrap around into your shin or into your deeper calf. All right. And release. Other side. Straight leg. Lean into it. And now bend that knee. And 3, 2, 1. Perfect. All right. Come into a seated position. We're going to put our hands back behind our backs. All right. Lean back. Ankle across the knee. And you just want to push your upper knee towards the ground. Side view here. So you're taking this knee and pushing it towards the ground. You can use your hand, but then I feel like it's a little bit harder on your body. Whereas if you just naturally do it as far as you can, comfortably, while stretching it, then you're going to feel a lovely little lengthening stretch in that glute. It'll feel great. Life is good. And 3, 2, 1. Release. Alternate. Here we go. Send the other knee towards the ground to feel it in your glutes. And release. Perfect. And now we're just going to come into cobbler's position. So we're going to take our feet, put them together, the soles of our feet together, and try and bring our knees close towards the ground. You can grab the tiptoes of your toes and bring them a little towards you, and you want to feel this through your inner thighs. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed today's workout, and I hope to talk to you again soon. Have a great day.